In the heart of bustling Salvador, Austin Cornell led an ordinary life as a plumber. But one day, an unexpected encounter during a riverboat tour turned their world upside down. Little did they know, his son's camera would capture a creature emerging from the depths of the river, setting off a chain of events that would challenge their bond and test their courage. Join us as we delve into this thrilling tale of mystery, fear, and the unbreakable father-son connection. It was headed directly for them, and he could feel his heart thumping in his chest. To keep his son safe, he was aware of what to do. If only they had realized the camera's light would trigger it. The gray thing paddled incredibly quickly. Then, with each swipe, he watched the huge claws rip through the surface. He was aware that a bad outcome was imminent. Austin Cornell led a typical existence in the bustling Brazilian metropolis of Salvador. He was an honest plumber who appreciated seeing his teenage son Carlos when he arrived home from work. Austin didn't know what was waiting for him in his favorite place and would make him worry about his son's security. Austin was aware of Carlos's penchant for going fishing at a neighboring lake. It just so happened that their preferred location was included in a tour that was passing through the area. Austin believed that doing this would do wonders for their relationship. But he had no idea that something would appear in the lake that had never existed before. It would make him feel uneasy and make him regret what he had done. There would only be 10 persons total on the tour, not including the guide. Photography was permitted while they rode a riverboat down the river. Carlos enjoyed it as a beginning wildlife photographer. It was his passion, and he wished that it might someday develop into a career. But neither of them realized how one unassuming picture would worsen a tense situation. Austin and Carlos were both familiar with the location of the lake where the riverboat would make a stop. Since Carlos could wield a fishing pole, the two have enjoyed going fishing. However, they believed that the excursion was the ideal way to give them more perspective on their lake, given Carlos's newly discovered enthusiasm for wildlife. However, something unexpected would be waiting for them in the lake that even surprised the tour leader. Austin loved taking his son to the lake, but he was aware that they should always be cautious. When they were out on the lake, there were two regulations: never go swimming and never stay out late. The lake was the subject of innumerable legends, many of which had become legends through time. Every warning Austin received the same response: "I don't believe in ghost stories." But he was aware that once he encountered the rumor they had discussed, he would regret having forgotten the fable. The riverboat cruise was reserved by Austin for him and his son. Carlos was ecstatic when he learned. He would carry a pricey camera for wildlife photography that he had received for his birthday the previous year. But he would have made sure he didn't bring the camera if he had known that it would be his son's undoing. When the riverboat finally arrived at the lake, Carlos snapped pictures of anything and everyone he could. But then, a gray figure with a wet coat emerged from the sea. Austin was focusing on the birds on the opposite side of the boat and had missed it. The tour leader cautioned Carlos to look aside and not take the shot when he saw him gazing intently at the creature. It was too late, though. With the camera's flash and click, Austin would start to worry for his son's security. The creature started moving more quickly than he had ever seen something with fur, as though stunned by the flash. It advanced toward the boat at a breakneck pace. How did they behave? More importantly, what kind of creature was it? It resembled something from a science fiction film. Once it arrived at the boat, Austin knew he would have to take quick action. As it paddled through the water, he could see its big claws pierce the surface. It was time to do everything it took to keep his son safe. Overall, Austin viewed the trip as a great success. As they observed the sloth slowly make its way into the jungle, he wrapped his arm around his son. The beauty of their surroundings made them grin. They were aware that anytime they went back to the lake, they would develop an even stronger bond with it. In the end, Austin and Carlos's adventure at the lake strengthened their bond, but the mysterious creature's appearance left a lasting impression. Subscribe for more thrilling stories of the unknown.